If y'all together and it's moving that way, I'm gonna respect it. If they said it was your husband, so I'll say significant other. So
Yes.
your significant other. I feel like y'all can make this 100% easier for my juke joint docket. Because I see November the 8th and November the 21st. That's my son's birthday, my oldest son. If you were giving Glock a birthday present, to me, it would have said it, and it wouldn't have been 2 weeks stretch. Were both givens for her birthday, or was one given for the birthday and one for Miss?
So it was two separate transactions. On the 8th, Glock called me. My dad passed on the 6th. And on the 8th, Glock called me to check in on me to see how I was doing and stuff. So when she called me, she was just telling me, she was like, I wanted to do something for you, but I'm in the middle of a crowdfund for Lady Activate. Lady Activate, I do apologize, but tonight is going to be the last night because I am going live on this page here because I got to just put it out all the way through the whole from beginning to end. But she was like, but I'm trying to raise money for her rent because she's about to get, put out, her brother was helping her and everything, and she need to make sure she got her rent money. And I was like, okay, me and Eric both was on the phone together with her. She was like, I've already raised $400. So I'm going to, I'm trying to, but ain't nobody donating like that. Those were her exact words. And I told her, I was like, well, right now I'm good, Glock, Eric is supporting me. My family is supporting me. So I'm good. You ain't got to do anything for me. And Eric was like, well, we'll help contribute to the, how much is needed. She told us it was $2,200.
Boy.
Initially, that was needed. So when she said the 400, he dropped off the call and he texted me and said, hey, tell Glock we're gonna match the 400. He sent the Zelle of the 400 to her right then and there. After he sent it, he texted me back and said, add me back into the call. I ain't think nothing else of it. It was done. It was over with. That was it. That was all. So fast forward, how it came out was, I think Lady Activate and Trina got into it on Braid's panel, and they was talking about that it was for rent and all this other stuff. And they said, they had told me, I wasn't even on the app, and I got a text message and it said, well, they is over here going off about Lady Activate not getting no money. And I jumped up and was like, Lady Activate. It was like, are you on the app? Well, you got to go to Braid Live. You know how people share you the lives and stuff and telling you what's going on? So I got on the app and I was like, I was in the panel and I was like, Lady Activate didn't get no money. I was like, no, we donated. I'm the one that put it out there. I was like, what you mean she didn't get no money? Because we donated to the Lady Activate cause. And everybody's like, what? And I was like, yeah, $400 was sent to her. So how did she not get any money? So they shared the lie to Lady Activate. She came in the comments and immediately I was actually on this page and I said, hey, can you message me? And she messaged me immediately. I gave her my phone number. Me and her got on the telephone. And when we was talking, I was talking to her. I was like, what you mean you didn't get any money? And she was like, I did get some money. I said, did Glock give you some money from a crowdfund for you? She was like, yes. I say, well, everybody's telling me that you didn't. I say, and the reason why I'm asking because a significant amount was donated for me. And when I heard that you didn't get it, that's why it alarmed me. And she was like, no. I said, so what was the crowdfund for? And that's when she told me it was for the cremation of her brother. And I was a little upset because you didn't have to lie, because if we was going to donate, we was going to donate.
That's right.
So, and I told her the amount, and she was like, yeah, she sent me. And I said, do you mind me asking? I said, you don't have to share if you don't want to. I said, do you mind me asking you how much was sent to you? She was like, 700. She was like, wait a minute, rent? She was like, that's why Trina kept saying rent? That's why Trina kept saying rent? And I was like, yeah. She was like, no, that was for the cremation of my brother. She's like, I didn't ask Glock for anything or whatever. She reached out to me. She said, I went into Diamond's panel and I was trying to get help with a GoFundMe to get set up. And they pushed me off and Glock reached out to me. She was like, I can send you the screenshot. She sent me the screenshots and she's absolutely correct. She sent me the screenshots of the 700 that was sent to her on the 9th. She also sent me the screenshot of her paying the $700 to the funeral home. So, you know, I told her I apologize. I'm sorry she went through that. I told her, I said, you know, I gave her my condolences. I told her, hey, because she told me her brother passed on the 31st of October is when he had passed. So they were still trying to raise the money, you know. And she told me that she hadn't raised, she was like, the 700, I appreciate it because it helped, but we still had a balance. At that time, when me and her had the phone call, I want to say it was like 400 or 500 that she was short because she needed 1615 total. The exact amount was 1615.50. I said, so it went 2200. She was like, no, where you get that number from? I was like, that's the number that was given to us. You know what I'm saying? So after that, you know, I came back up on that same panel where I, you know, where we was at, and I cleared it up right then and there. I was like, Lady Activate got her money. She got her money. She got, this is the amount. I showed the screenshot, all that. The next couple of days, next thing I know, they saying that Erica saying that Glock is a scammer. I was like, I didn't say any of that.
She ain't no scammer, but she need to give $400 back to you and your
Whatever. I didn't say any of that. So fast forward to last night, and they were saying that it was 202. I was like, no, that's not how any of that went. They also was like that that it was a gift, and that it was the day after. I mean, it was her son had just passed the day before. We didn't talk about any of that. None of that was discussed on the phone call about her son passing, and that why would I would be giving you money in regards to your son's birthday that had passed when my daddy had just passed 2 days prior. We was giving it for the cause of because somebody else was grieving just like I was to put their person to rest. So when I heard that, I got pissed because I'm like, a gift, you know? So they kept trying to drag it on that, oh, cause it said gift in the memo. And I'm like, but that's how he always labeled his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I even provided a screenshot this morning showing that anytime Eric done donated to a fundraiser, even on $2 panel, just in September, another lady,
Thank y'all.
that was sent. And it said the same thing, gift.
She need to pay y'all back. I'm sorry. Is this?
So now you're saying that theory. So when I'm hearing that the theory gave 400, automatically I'm like, okay, that's the 400 that she said. But then they said, okay, it's seven. She did 300 on the crowdfund, and BET gave 100. And I'm like, so what you do with the 400? You know. And then when I hear people like $2 saying, well, she gives so much to this app, da da da, she deserved to keep that. No, the fuck she don't. So so to me, it's not about. To me, in my humble opinion, it's not about the fact of you know, being an Indian giver, because it was given and forgot about until here now, you know. But the fact that I feel like we was misled. If you felt like that was,
we were misled, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Forgive me, but it sounded like that at a vulnerable moment on two people that she prayed. That's just me. I don't give a shit who get upset, but it's a difference. She prayed on y'all. She prayed on two mourning losses. She prayed on you and your loss, and she prayed on this woman and her loss, because I know that Lady Activate didn't ask for no money. So she reached out to her because she knew her situation was going to bring in some funding. I'm just going to say it. I don't give a shit how much money she got in the bank and what she showed y'all. That ain't going to last a year. Like, you got to add to that to keep that coming. But she knew saying that about Lady Activate in a time of mourning was going to bring something. And also to come to you at a vulnerable state and to say that to you with your kind and kinder heart, you're going to say, oh, Lady Activate, well, let me check with Eric. So people know who to pray on and what time to pray on them. So yeah, clock it. This is on the docket. It's on the docket.
That's Eric right there in your box.
Hey, Mr. Eric, Mr. Significant Other. I do apologize that this happened to you and Miss Erica. We are going to put it on Judge Trendsetter's docket and ask that you all get your money back. Eric.
You know, but even go ahead. I'll let him speak.
Go ahead, sir.
So the one thing that I actually thought to myself was this: They said that the crowdfund was either over on the 5th or the 6th. So when you told me on the phone,
That's not true. Hold on, let me stop you right quick. The screenshot.
no.
Lady,
Hang
activate.
on, I'm only saying what I saw on the thing yesterday. They were saying that it was over on the 5th or the 6th. So my thing is this: if this crowdfund is over on the 5th or the 6th, and you know that that's what we're about to give you money for, why don't you stop me and say, hey, this crowdfund is over with. We don't need you to. Does that make sense?
Hell yeah. Because you crowdfunded 2 days prior to coming to me. So before we ever gave, why didn't you tell us, hey, we already collected that. We're not doing that no more. Now here's to the next. But instead, again, she prayed and she took that money under a Katie false precinct. That's praying and that's using. And she knew it. Yeah, this here ain't looking good for us. So I didn't get to hear nothing last night, but I heard enough tonight. Look like we got us a case. Bright Eye, what'd you say? This enough to take it to trial?
I'm like, yes, it definitely is. She bamboozled, she swindled. It was real, and she tried to be slick, but it came to light. Erica knew to ask some questions. She said, now hold on.
So Mrs.Netra, let me address something right quick, because I see like your little comments down there talking about I haven't said anything, that I haven't said nothing all day. I'm actually at work on my lunch break, so that's why I haven't been nowhere.
He working. Leave the man alone.
Right.
Don't
So it's not
disrespect
about
him.
that, oh, he ain't said nothing all day. No, I've been at work all day. And I'm still here. Actually not getting off at 2 o'clock in the morning, to be honest, but hey.
He working hard for his damn money. In other words,
no one can tell you when to address something. You're a whole adult out here, man. You could have addressed it tomorrow, a week later, whenever you felt to do it. So.
well, I don't know if y'all want to come to our
He addressed it yesterday. He went into the live as well too to give that same shit, but I'm going live in a minute anyway because I want to see the sequence because they're saying that none of this happened. You don't know if this was said and this was said when the phone calls and the times, just a high level before I even just go live with any of it. The phone call between me and Glock was
thank y'all for the gifts and tapping the screen. Tap us up to 500K if y'all don't mind.
Erica, when you're finished, can I ask some clarifying questions if you don't mind?
And I'm writing it down because this going to the June trial.
I'm gonna go on pause so I can get that screenshot.
Actually the other night, like when all of this came about, you know, they were letting me know, because honestly, I thought that I only sent Glock money only one time. But they said, no, you sent her money on the 18th too, which I sent her $100 for her birthday. But the thing about it is this: when you send so much money out, you don't keep up with how many times you send a person money.
Right.
I mean, you just send it. So I actually went back and looked in my account, and I did see that I saw it. I didn't keep quiet about it. What did I do? I immediately picked up my phone, made a post. Hey, look, y'all were right. I did send her money twice. I didn't keep my mouth closed. I made a post about it, which probably is my last post that's on my page.
I need to follow you.
Piggyback off of you, Eric, you did also come into the live as well and cut me off and said the same thing after you made the post. So you went in a live and you made a post.
But he got every right to speak his truth. This is money, and he was really misled. Like, shoot, $500 in a month to somebody, shit, I don't know what y'all talking about. That's a lot of money. And for somebody to really get money after the fact and not tell me it's for something else, that's kind of messed up too, because if the truth be told, they didn't have to have Erica and Eric money if it wasn't gonna go to her, because Theory had given 400 and Corn Cartel had given 300. So the $700 that Glock provided to her was already met. She didn't have to have BETs nor theirs.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm grateful that the couple was, kind enough to come up on the panel, because all we needed to hear is what we just heard within the last 15 minutes. You got these notes jotted down. That's all we gonna need for court tomorrow. It's an open shut case. I think we know what the punishment gonna be, for real, for real. So let me ask you this.
May I ask a question?
Hold on one second, Bright Eye. We were on the phone. Me and Glock got on November the 8th, 3:03 p.m. incoming call, 20 minutes. That would make the call go to 3:23, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Then we done hung up another incoming call, 3:27, 23 minutes
That was from Glock.
from Glock. Then on the text message from him on November the 8th, 3:32 p.m., I have the screenshot where it shows where I sent him her Zelle information, and his response: let Glock know we are going to match her 400. How was that not?
And where is her $400?
Keep in mind, I'm on the phone with her. 3:23 for 23 minutes. That means that while he's texting me, I'm still on the phone with her. After he sends the money, he also texts back and say, add me back into the call.
I hate to tell y'all, but she got a match.
How is it? How
She
is it
got a match at 400.
that conversation? How did you think that was a gift? How did you think that was a gift at any point where it says match? And I'm telling her that, okay, we're going to match. And then you don't even say thank you. He come back on the call, say, you get it? She say, yes, I got it.
So can I ask you one question? Was the total amount discussed, like how much she received prior to you sending the money to match? Or did she have the conversation
She said, she said people wasn't donating like that. All she had received was $400.
and then that's when you said you was going to match that 400. Is that correct?
That's when he said he would
What
match
you
the
mean people wasn't donating like that? Theory had donated 400.
Thank you for the clarifying question.
And then we found out last night that the Corn Cartel had raised 300. I didn't know anything about that, or whatever. And then when they're saying that the crowdfunding ended on the 5th, according to these screenshots between the conversation between Glock and Lady Activate, that's not true, because on November the 7th, she messaged a Lady Activate and said, hold on, November the 7th at 11:48 a.m. Hey, I just went live on my other page, Big Glock 4.0. And she said, I can't find it. Can you send it to me, to send the invite to me? Because the prior message, it says, what's the total you need? She said, I'm sorry. Let me start from the beginning. What's the total you need? I'm sorry. It's 1650. Glock gave her her number. She said, hey, this was on November the 5th. So the crowdfunding ended on the 5th. How did the conversation begin on the 5th?
Yeah, it's some freaky right there.
Then she's like, she said, what time? This on the 6th at 12:04. Glock messaged her and say, hey, what time do you want to start today? She said, whatever time you are ready, it's fine with me. And then she said, let's do it again. Then November the 6th at 12:37. So now it's like 20 something minutes have passed. She didn't even do a full 30 minutes, and said, let's do it again, same time as yesterday, tomorrow. Glock
she was trying to rack up.
And she said, okay, November the 7th, 2024, 11:48 a.m. Hey, I just went live on my other page, Big Glock 4.0. I can't find it. Can you send it to me? At 7:18 p.m., Lady Activate sent some message, hey, just wanted to check on you and thank you for all you are doing for me. I know today is a hard day for you, and my heart goes out to you. That was the message on November the 7th.
So can I ask a question? Because hell, kid.
And then you talked to us on November the 8th at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, and now I'm looking at the messages.
Who reached
the
out to
messages
who
for you.
first?
That's when I guess somebody, I guess she was having a live about that HB stuff or whatever. You know, now I know what the live was about. Why she was saying don't respond to Netra, because I was so confused. And she was like, let $2 eat her up.
I saw that. I saw her say let $2 eat her up.
Erica, did she reach out to you on the 8th, or did you reach out to her on the 8th?
Fake relationships.
She reached out to you?
Yeah.
And was it about the grievance of your past, of your loved one
That's what it
passing?
started as.
Whole time
And then
calling
it-
$2.
And then it
ugly.
led into the crowdfunding. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
She's supposed to be a friend to me, but girl, police. It's all coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out.
Let me say this right quick, because I know that it's going to be said. By no means necessary. I'm not up here to bash nobody. That's not what I'm doing. I'm merely only stating what happened.
Right.
Because, you know, some people will take that and be like, oh, well, yeah, he was up on a panel bash. No, I'm not bashing anyone. I'm not talking about anyone. I'm merely stating what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I put that out there before people take that and try to flip it that, oh, he did. No. Again, I'm not bashing anyone, just saying what happened.
In other news, me and her used to bash the shit out of Passion. We'll be all right. Excuse me. I'm just being honest. So she can take it. Forgive me. I know I probably sound like a cold criminal. But at the end of the day, I promise you, Glock can handle it. She done dealt people a bunch of their ass around here on a silver platter with no spoon, baby. Trust and believe. We'll handle it from here. Okay, we will handle it from here. Trust, we are some pros out here on this TikTok. If nothing else, we some pros. I really hate that she played on y'all feelings. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would love to see her get the money back to y'all. I think in all actuality, hear me out. In all actuality, Glock owes Lady Activate $400. Let me do the math. $500. Y'all gonna say no, cause somebody. I think
No,
hear me out. I
I
think
said
she
it's
owed
not-
y'all money and Lady Activate money. Cause hear me out.
To be
She
fair,
raised money and didn't give it all, Erica.
If anything, she should give it to Lady Activate, because that's what the intentions were for.
Clock it.
I did
Since it
say,
was-
hey, give.
okay,
I did
because I was
say,
trying to
give
get
it,
both.
I did say, give it back to us, whatever. If it was, you thought it was a gift or however so, but the reality of it is, the intention was to go to Lady Activate. So if you're gonna make things right, make it right with her and give her that $400. Because if you
there
only
is
gave
a balance left at the funeral home.
to pay off the remaining balance of the at the funeral home.
Okay, that's what we're going for. That's what we're
You
going
know what
for.
I'm saying? You know, so if that's the only thing that I'll say, you know, because once it's gone, it's gone.
And y'all
Once
gave
it's
it.
given, it's given. And when it's given for an intention, that's the only thing that I want to see it go for, is for the intention, you know, of what it is, you know. Like, hey, you could have said, like it was several times where you done said, oh, ain't nobody doing nothing for me, or y'all ain't buying me no sushi, and I done sent you a cash out. Go get you some coffee.
And they
Merry
said that
Christmas.
Friends with Attitude already helped pay the remaining balance. So even with that being said,
I don't give a rat's baby ass. Give it
it
to
was
us.
for, because she grieving, so she might need a pedicure and all that, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to her.
Yeah.
It was
And I'm gonna be
$400. It was $400. I was gonna try to do something different, but I'll tell y'all in a minute.
Netra, Eric and Same is hitting them with the Obamas, right? When they go low, they go higher. And this is a great example of messy talk sometimes. Yeah, we could be messy, but you still have a good heart at the end of the day. And Erica is proving that right here in front of us, that she doesn't even care. She wants this lady to get her $400 and that
Regardless.
she deserved, because that's who it was initially for her to receive that $400. Erica, I applaud you, and Same I do as well.
Me too.
Even I don't need a pat on the back, because anything you do, you just do or whatever. And this man is a giver.
Well, what about the BET money, y'all? Because BET money, clock it. $500 is due back. $400 of that we'll say goes to Lady Activate. $100 of it should go into a funding, or we should ask to donate it to domestic violence unit in her area or something. But BET money was kept too.
No, it wasn't though. The math is mathing. They said they raised $300 through the corn cartel. BET gave 100, or was the 100 part of the 300?
No, BET gave 100 separately. We got the cash.
100 separately, so that's 400. Oh, it was still 100. Was still difference because what's the name gave?
Theory gave 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, 400 from Theory, 300 from Corn Cartel, 100 from BET, and then 400 from Erica and Mr. Eric. $1,200.
I was an agent.
That $100 is included in the 300.
Yeah,
That's what I thought too.
That's what I think it is.
$100 is included into the
Okay.
cartel.
Yeah.
But we don't know the details because that was a slip up. He wasn't supposed to share that. We weren't
Clocky.
supposed to know about Theory. We weren't supposed to know about his $100 or whatever, because when he went live with Barb, he kept saying, I got shared the clip. I forgot what page it was on. Eric ain't donated. Eric can show a receipt. Eric ain't donated a motherfuck thing. He didn't even know anything about the 400. Am I lying, y'all? The people in the chat, let the chat tell you.
No, you telling the truth.
Ooh, so he talking trash and you donated and he didn't even know.
Yeah, they all came up there.
Sound like that son of a bitch.
But the intention, the problem is the intention that y'all hosted this live to try to bash me, because everybody was been trying to dogpile on me since this Glock shit started with the phone call thing or whatever, and you just wanted to get on the hate Erica train. And what you did was, all you did was just make it like, okay, if it ain't no receipts, let me show you. There is a receipt. Y'all, and when all this stuff came out, like, y'all didn't do nothing but make it worse. BT got up there and made it look bad. Bart made it look bad. Kaplan made it look bad. Everybody was up there making it look bad, and y'all sitting here talking about something because the word gift. But if I recall, if you go on Google Schmoogle right now and you Google the word donation, do you know what it says when you pop it up? When you
Elaborate to the classroom. Thank you.
hold on one second. So even that theory that they have is still not accurate whatsoever.
This is good to me. This is good to me. They're going to be blessed tenfold. I don't understand people getting money. I'm just going to say it. I don't understand people getting money for one thing, knowing it's for that, and then just keeping it. That's a thief. I don't care. That's a thief.
Clock it.
That's a thief. Oh, Foxhole, the clip's posted. Okay. That's a thief. I don't care what you say. It is a thief. If I like Katie turned to a whole thief. I don't care what nobody say. Katie got $900 on the intentions of her going to Texas to a birthday party in April. She spent that money and cussed us out. She's a thief. Death by deception.
And prayed on it, because she also got the saying and stating that she sat back and been watching us for a while.
Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank you, Adrena, for gifting the panel, as well as the host. We sure appreciate it. Small claims court all day long. Period. No, she didn't pay it back, Alicia. She finna go viral.
Anyway, so a donation is money that is given to donation money is money that is given to a nonprofit organization or a cause as a gift. As a gift.
Thank y'all. As a gift.
So even if it still says gift, it's still a donation. It's giving something that you didn't have to pay for, that you didn't have to have a transaction for, or however. So it's still a gift. So how do you even think that, and we didn't have no conversation about your son, none of that stuff. I wouldn't have been in a space to be able to hold that conversation with her. I wouldn't even been in that space because I'm literally, it's literally 3 weeks from the time that my daddy got diagnosed to the time of him passing. Oh, they said.
Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all so much, Miss Jackie.
And then
on y'all.
No.
Okay,
And then
but my
mine-
thing is that from the time that my dad got diagnosed to the time that he passed, it was 3 weeks to the date. I would have not been in no space to even talk to her about her son. While my condolences to her son by all means. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's my brother, my older brother birthday as well too. Like, we would have had that conversation if I was in that space. She knows that may be, that time frame may be accurate. I'm not disputing that, none of that or whatever. But she knows that was never a conversation
Right.
whatsoever.
Probably in pain and suffering. I'm like mad cow because I know last night if them common
hang on.
cousins, if they was telling them they was lying last night, they was muting and blocking and all that. So yeah, pain and suffering for the common cousins.
So
Thank y'all for the money, guns.
Then I had to get paid to even come up on the panel to tell my story of what was truth, to even show those receipts while y'all was sitting up here still telling stories. And a comment cousin paid the $25 for me to be able to get up on the panel.
So not including what, like a week later, what I had to pay for, what, a $700 flight to make sure I got up there for your father's funeral?
Facts. Like, come on now, y'all. Like, come on. You sitting here trying to make it like that's what this was. Like, quit doing that. Why would that even be a thing? Like,
I know you ain't paid to get up in there last.
Oh my God, my father just passed, and that shit still fuck with me so heavy. Oh yeah, but let me go ahead and give you as a gift because nobody's doing nothing for you, and you ain't able to do anything for me. So let me just give to you. Make that make sense. And then thank you, Peaceful, for even bringing that up. And then turn around and say, because your shit is being exposed of the truth, and down saying that I called CPS on you, that you believe that I called CPS on you. That's nasty work. And I ain't never did nothing malicious, no malicious intent to you, none of that stuff. But good to you, and you gonna sit here and say that I would call CPS when we get doxxed for taking up for somebody for fucking calling CPS. That shit is ridiculous. That shit is fucked up. And so
Hang on, let me clear something up right quick because I see somebody just put down in the comment about 405 and 400. What I say in my family has nothing to do with TikTok, so you can wipe that 405 off.
Lock it.
That's sad.
I think the biggest thing is that you manipulated me during the most sensitive time. Anybody who knows me for real knows how close me and my dad are. Like, that man is my twin. You get what I'm saying? And you took advantage of that during that time of me just to say, it's just like a frantic time, period, point blank, where you first announced his diagnosis online without me even giving you permission to do that, and then turn around and you got this money for this cause. And again, because hey, I know what I'm going through. I'm in the process of planning, so I'm looking at the numbers. I know what things cost, and you saying, hey, I don't want nobody to get put out, because shit, don't nobody want to get put out when they in the process of them grieving their sibling. You get what I'm saying? And
that was wrong. Now I done seen her act a fool.
And when I look back on it and I say, this was some nasty fucking work. This was some nasty work.
Lord, this really touching my heart, y'all.
Like, this is
It's
some
really
nasty
sad.
work. Like, you did that intention. And this is the piece that a lot of people are missing. And Lady Activate, I swear to God, I'm so sorry. But Lady Activate brother had just gotten out of incarceration. And then a few weeks later, he passes.
So
I can only imagine what she's going through right now.
Yeah. That's sad. That's sad. I really hate y'all went through that. I think she should pay the money back. I really do. And apology won't hurt her either. But she definitely should pay that money back
She's not giving me a fuck thing. She said she ain't giving me a fuck thing. She ain't apologizing for shit because she wasn't wrong for shit.
How she
That's exactly what she said.
Oh,
No, I'm not gonna use her situation. I would never use anybody's grief or death, or that's not who I am. I'm not gonna do a tick for tack person, because I'm a firm believer in what you dish out is what you receive. So what kind of person? I'm no better than her. If I'm reading the comments, y'all, and trying to use what she's done to me or use her grief against her. I'm never gonna do that.
But Erica, we could already tell because, like, even the way I went on a panel and I asked her to give back the money to you, I was called a chick with a D out of nowhere. You get
That's
what
why I
I'm
came
saying?
over
So
there.
it just shows you the type of person you are and how evil you are, because all I said was, well, instead of having these allegations on yourself, let's clear the air and just give this lady back her money. And the fact that you had to go straight to insulting somebody was just so, like, as a grown woman your age, to be old enough to be my mom, you went straight for an insult and started like cursing me out just because I said a suggestion of giving back this lady back her money. It just shows you I don't give a fuck how much money you had in the bank. You was greedy, you was money hungry, you was nasty, and you was a vindictive bitch.
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like, my mom has always said, when you dig one ditch, you better dig two.
Hey, Erica.
You
Yeah,
have to
that's sad here. I really hate it. And for her to say to you to get it back in blood,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Why can't she get it back the same way they sent it through Cash App? It's so much easier.
Zelle.
Or Zelle.
You know what?
You hear me, AJ? Why they can't get it back the same way they gave it?
Because she's still trying to spin that narrative that her and Siobhan called, on CPS. But like I said, if Erica called, she would have needed the address. But last night she told Erica she was going to send her the address after they had the exchange. But nobody on the panel called that either because everybody was against
And
Erica.
I'm gonna send you my address so you can come, so you can do what you gotta do. And I'm like, I thought I called CPS all that, but she know within her heart of hearts that I didn't call CPS. Like, I'm a mother myself, a single mom myself. You know that ain't even my character whatsoever, at all, whatsoever. It's just the full manipulation of it all. I don't work a 9 to 5. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. So every dollar that come into my household counts,
Right.
well, damn, I could have just said, Eric, go ahead and just send me that 400, whatever. But whatever, he do what he need to do anyway. But it was like, that could have been a whole nother extra. But what the fuck? Like, why would, you making it make it make sense?
So, Erica, would y'all consider disputing the charge so you can just give it to Lady Activate yourself?
It was in November, and you can't dispute Zales like that.
So
Y'all know Chase be funny.
So
too, but
this is the thing with Chase, right? So once I sent that first 400, then yeah, maybe. But when I turned around and sent that 100 for her birthday, they're gonna say, "Well, you knew that you were." See what I'm saying?
Right.
I use Zelle all the time too, so I mean, I know that you can dispute it. I was just asking.
My thing is this too, Erica. Damn, I was finna say something. Hear me out. I think that child support shit is. I think that child support shit is a lie too. I don't think child support was called on Glock to save my life.
No, CPS, Netra, not child support.
I mean CPS. Excuse me, y'all. Child Protective Services. I think Child Protective Services is another chopped up lie. I don't think CPS was called. I might be wrong, but it just sounds so chumped up. It sounds like it was made up. It don't sound right.
it was very convenient.
Yeah, I just feel like that's made up too. Just hear me out, y'all. I feel like that's made up. I feel like that's to come back and take the attention off of what everybody was going to find out about this money. And now it's to say, what? Erica called CPS on her?
But
Yeah, I said child support, but y'all
Anitra, even if Erica did call CPS, how would she have known? Because when CPS come to your door, they don't say, "Well, Erica told me." They say it's an anonymous call. They always do that. They don't disclose who called CPS or who. So you just come in with assumptions, thinking it was Erica. Well, damn well, it may not have never been Erica.
The reason
Peaceful 2.0, I muted you because I want you to respect the panel. So Erica is up here. We don't want her being disrespected. So I did mute you because your comments were a little disrespectful. I could have blocked you, but I'll let you come back. So if you don't mind respectfully, Just don't go too much. Okay.
Candy, the reason why that they're not going to tell you because they fear retaliation.
I know that. I already know that. But that's what I'm saying is how would have Glock known if Erica, because she came with an assumption that Erica had called CPS. CPS is not going to disclose on who called who on somebody. They will never do that.
And look here, Glock
And then-
Glock and AJ called me on the phone, and my phone call got recorded. I don't record phone calls, but with that being said, where is the recorded CPS phone call? Because you can't tell me the way they record calls that she didn't record CPS. Miss me with the bullshit.
And then Netra, also another offensive thing was too is how she started the live with ICE, like talking about ICE is coming for her and her family. That was so offensive because listen, my father is a Hispanic immigrant, so you have offended me also on top of that.
But here's my thing. I'm gonna be honest. The money coming back to the app with the money thing was your wrong fucking move. Your wrong move because you did give the content for us to talk about it when you know the receipts were there. Y'all, you son, you stood a better chance of just refuting and going back and forth about the damn phone call that was 5 minutes and 51 seconds than to go about some money. You know, people's gonna dissect that and drag that or whatever. Like, why would you come back with the money? We had already moved past that. Ain't nobody even talking about it. They still talking about the little measly ass fucking phone call. You could have did that and moved on with your damn life. Especially after we done cleared it up that we didn't need to know the details of now. It's like, okay, well, it wasn't $100. You know, a few people was like clocked about it that it was $100 that was missing, but there wasn't nobody even talking about it. They was talking about the fucking phone call. And you just dug the ditch deeper and deeper for yourself. And then the people that's out here swinging for you, just digging it even deeper. Like, it just made no sense.
I know we're in a deep conversation, but y'all need to get the 500K. Stop playing. That's it. That's all.
Keeping your time. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down.
I appreciate it, Erica. If you don't mind, we might stream some of your live.
Okay. All right. Talk to you later.
Hi, Erica.
Thank you, Mr. Eric. I appreciate your time. Enjoy your night. Don't work too hard.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Candy, thank you for all your fruit for bringing it to the light. Cause
you're welcome, girl.
In the street.
This was good to me. FOE, we FOE for life. Love y'all down, Bookie Bus. I'm out. I'm in Africa right now. I'm about to go to sleep. It's 2:30 a.m. Y'all have a good night. And
you too.
God bless. Bye.
Well, D, y'all, you know what? That's gonna be a good case.
Oh,
We damn that. Thank you, Hell Kid. We damn near done solved it already, huh?
Yeah, it's an open and shut case for me. I just, well, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna pray about it because I would be lying if I said that. But I wish that they would consider really disputing those charges because I feel like it wouldn't do no harm. I mean, it wouldn't hurt anything.
Ain't gonna lie, Erica right about the conversation was supposed to be about the phone call.
I have disputed sale. You can dispute charges on a sale.
Yeah, but you got to listen to what he's saying though too. He can dispute the charges of the $400, but it's gonna make it look like you turned around.
I understand what they're saying, but who's to say that you're not going to get a representative? You might land across the right representative that will actually hear you out. You never know how it goes. I mean, either way, it wouldn't hurt anything.
But it is theft by deception. But you have to think about it. Hear me out. They gave it willingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that on Zelle, I don't think they're gonna get it back. Because they done sent it to the same account again. It's going to be kind of hard to get it back and you done send it to it. And you put on a note, it said, Let me tell you, when I tried to send that bathroom counter back, girl, to Amazon, they was like, we'll give you $100 because for pain and suffering, basically. So I done spent $700 for this bathroom sink counter and stuff. But you know what got me? I put two. Like, you know what I'm saying? You try to call and say you didn't mean to order it, but on that section where the arrow dropped down, and I chose two, they was like, oh, we look right here and see where you chose two. You put two in your cart. So I'm on the other end, like, I did put two in the cart. So he was like, we'll give you $100 back. I'm like, that ain't no money on $700. But thank God Curtis is who he is. He got it put in the bathroom, but he put on there, gift. That's gonna fuck him. That's gonna fuck him.
This whole thing is fucked up because she, I mean, two people are going through grieving and you fucked over one that needed a balance to be paid to cremate her brother. That's fucked up.
And it shows a lot about her character because if I remember, the catalyst to her and Netra falling out was in the midst of her grieving and how it was responded to. So to turn around and do that to somebody that is grieving now, it shows that you kind of fake as fuck. You're a lot. You're really
a lot fake. She fake. Oh God.
Yeah, that's some fake shit to do. You just sat here and ended a whole friendship with someone, basically saying it's because they didn't receive, or somebody in the camp didn't receive your grieving process, and then you sat here and you carried the shit out of somebody that was grieving. Two people, you played them.
Yeah, at this point, I'm side-eyeing people that's taking up for it. But it happened the same way with the BET situation. I noticed it. Like, I ain't gonna say my feelings was just hurt, but it was like, damn, people over here, like, it's like kindergarten. One get mad, everybody get mad. Not all the time, but majority when you like who you like. So when Theory stopped coming over here, I noticed it off the rip. I just didn't say anything because it was like, well, you know. And then when I started seeing the cartel badges not come back over here, like, y'all don't really see the corn cartel down in that comment section no more. And it used to be
used to be a hell of a lot of them.
But yeah, Theory was my biggest supporter. Hell, kid, one of my biggest supporters, and she used to come through here every single day with support. Theory don't come back over here.
What I do hate, and don't nobody judge me for what I'm about to say. I do hate that some of our big name creators is getting caught up in situations like this because it's making it hard for, the next fundraiser or the next crowdfunding when, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to make people very reluctant to do it. Like, it's just messing it up, and it's happening a little bit too often, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah. And see, that's why I came up next, where I was driving home, but that's why I got down. But I came back up because I was just driving home and I was thinking about the times back at the end of like 2022 and the whole beginning of 2023 where we would come together to where if it was somebody on FOE that was in need or somebody in the corn cartel, we would go over there. And
that was not 20. Tracy,
at the beginning of 23 or whatever that was.
That was 23. That was mid 23 towards the end. Yeah, 24.
When Slim was making the badges.
When 24.
When Slim was, I'm sorry, 24. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was 24.
Slim was making the badges before he was, out from over there. When Slim was making the badges and stuff, I remember when we would go over there and they would come to us. But we was all helpers one to another. And then next thing you know, it started going bad. But it really went bad when that happened with BET. And it was like, wow. But hey, it didn't bother us. We still stand tall. And, we came over here and we supported what we loved and we stayed together. But it did cause a conflict in there and it never got back right ever since then. But then I'm going to tell you when it went wrong for me, and I'm going to stand on both of my feet. Like you say, I don't stand on my toes, I stand on my feet. When it went wrong with me, but I kept it to myself, is when I had to hear that recording again. When Kiana said in that recording, Glock, you promised me that it was something to that effect, that she promised her that she would never change or stop talking to her because of what was going on with Kiana and you. And when I'm like, what? They've been talking on the bike end or whatever, and they had been already communicating and knowing what was what all had been going on. And that bothered me. When I heard it, I listened to it again. I said, no, maybe I'm just hearing things. I listened to it again. I listened to it again. This bitch playing me. But I kept it to myself. But after that, that was it for me. I don't say her name, and I just don't choose to say her name on the panels and stuff. I didn't never go back over there. I left it alone, and I was done with it.
It was shady. It was this,
and not to hear this.
It was shady. Y'all came back and said that. Remember when? And it's always me trying to hang on to a freaking relationship that I got to get better. Because at 50, you done had your share of good friends. Like, hear me out. I don't mean no harm. I love the people that's in my life. I do. But I have really gotten to the age where I've had my good share of friends. If y'all know what that means. Like, I don't have to have no new friends. Like, I want them. I want to keep. But where we are right now with FOE, I'm satisfied. I really am. But if the circle keep growing, I'm not going to stop it from growing. But people come and go. And feelings can get attached, and that shit just not healthy. It's just not healthy. 1 minute somebody rocking with you, the next minute they not. That's not healthy. You get your feelings attached, that shit, that it can hurt your feelings. So I'm good with no new friends, like I am. So with Glock, trying to get to know her, I wanted to get to know her. It was like strong-headed black woman or whatever. But when I started seeing how she moved, and I remember when they was coming over to tell me, my FOE family, I was like, I don't see what y'all see. Remember Tracy when y'all said she did the court case? Mm-hmm. And I didn't know nothing about the court case. And everybody was like, did Glock tell you she was having court today? And I said, I said, Glock had court? And they said, yeah, Glock had court. At that moment, I should have knew something. But I did not pay attention. Like, because you don't be wanting to see it because you like people and you don't feel like you done nothing to them, so you don't want to see it. But the shit was right there. The proof was in the pudding. Mm-hmm. Then the next thing after that, it was something else. But when I heard her and Kiana say they talk on the phone, that was a wrap for me. Mm-hmm. It was just a wrap. I was like,
promised her that she would never turn on her. She kept telling her to hush. Hush, Kiana, hush. No, let her talk. Let her tell it. And she...
But in my phone, I got messages where me and her was talking about Kiana. So that's that bullshit. So it was best. Like, I ain't missing it. I ain't missing no snake stuff. But yeah, protect your peace out here, because on TikTok, everybody can say that they cut for you, but at the end of the day, do they really cut for you? But I got some solid people around me now. I know I do.
Hey, Miss Netra. Hey, AFOE. I just have one thing to say, and then I'm going to drop.
Hey, 22.
Hey, so does anybody remember a couple months ago after Lady Activate's brother had passed, and she was kind of, in spaces, and she was going panel to panel, and everybody was laughing at her and, making fun of her. I don't know if everybody remembers. So she was an easy target. I think that, Glock was almost like insinuating she was like, oh, she's going, crashing out or whatever because she lost her brother. So yeah, I definitely think she was an easy target, and she used Erica as a target too.
But you're talking too fast. I can't catch up.
Me? Oh, I'm from Jersey. I'm sorry. We talk quick.
Slow him down, Liz. Slow it down.
I remember though. I remember.
You do?
I remember when she would say she was spazzing out.
Yeah.
Netra, I know you're not really aware of what I'm about to say, but do I have permission to say what I'm gonna say?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, y'all, we about to do a crowdfund for me. If y'all could send Netra $1 for me, I need my supply of oodles and noodles. I promise y'all that she's gonna give me the whole. She's gonna give me the whole. We was greatly appreciated.
Girl, it be y'all people.
Hold on, wait. I got one thing to say. Let me bump up off that. I actually won a scavenger hunt and got all my money, so I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Focus, focus, focus. I'm trying to get my noodles.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
Well, on that note, I'm going to bed. Netra, if you find out if Lady Activate still has a balance, let me know because I would like to donate towards her balance.
They only won me. They said that Lady Activate that Friends with Attitude hosted a live and they met her goal.
Somebody said in the comments that they didn't. She was only able to raise 100. So if you can find out what is what.
Erica said she still had a balance. I think
Erica said she still had a
she
balance.
needed 351. I think they said they raised 100, so 251 was still needed.
Okay, with that being said, y'all tap the screen, tap, tap, tap in my Dev's voice, tap the screen. Share out the live. I can't see how many shares we have, but if we don't have 300, get us to 300. We want 300 shares. We want to help reach the live host goal. Gift the panel. Thank you for being here. Oh, they said check my Cash App. Okay. Little Touch is back. Don't come back on that bullshit.
All right, so good night to all of y'all. I'll be in
don't
the
come back.
comments
Wait till we get to AJ's.
Good night, June.
Wait till we get to AJ's in another hour or
like a ghost.
Believe.
No,
So wait,
Yes.
Auntie. So let me tell you something. So last night, you know, I was over there. I was nosy. You know what I'm saying?
I know you know.
Glock actually, said that she would,
Let me check the
finish
Cash
the
App.
little conversation over at Petty Rose, and she stood Petty Row up, girl. She didn't even come.
who?
She didn't come to the live. Glock.
Glock went off on Petty Road?
No, she was supposed to go over there to finish the whole phone call situation, and she never showed up.
Did she ever show up to Susu Live when AJ said she was coming up for an interview?
No. They said that she did. Allegedly, now don't get me wrong.
Kappa told her not to. She admitted that last night.
But they was charging $25 to get in the box, though. Each person had to pay.
Yeah, but she told her to go to Petty Rose, though.
Who told somebody to go to Petty Rose, y'all?
But they let